This summer, we had the chance to attend a 2-day climbing clinic at the Dojo climbing gym in South Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, buddy.
The head coach was the world-renowned Tyler Nelson, one of the most trusted trainers in all of rock climbing. What are a couple tips you would give a climber when they're thinking about making a training program for themselves?
Tip number one, keep the volume of your sessions small on average. Probably be smaller than you think, but you can only know that by paying attention to when your power goes down. Tip number two, find out what your project looks like. Find out how many moves there are, what the size of the holds are. Make sure you do more of that than just general climbing stuff. Number three would be find a way to load your fingers all the time. Make sure you're loading your fingers regularly, and it's probably enough for most climbers.
We went through a ton of awesome tests, but I'm just gonna highlight the best ones.
Wow. It's like $3,000 of toys.
The first is testing pure finger strength on a 20 mil edge.
Pull up on a fingerboard. You're just like, that's all you want to do. And I'll tell you when to stop. And pull. That's good. 102.
Yeah. Nice.
Pull. 2, 1, and. Atta boy, that's good. 148.
Get that.
So your strength ratio was 1.6. So I would assume that you're like bouldering V8.
Yeah. While a 1.6 strength to weight ratio is pretty good, I still have room to improve here in order to boulder V10.
2, 1, and pull.
Come on.
So you just figured out your fingers are strong enough to climb
Damn.
What was
V10.
it?
How does that make you feel?
180.
Damn.
Strong but weak.
Pull. And then just pull as fast and hard for like 1 second.
The next test we did is on finger recruitment, which measures how quickly you can apply pressure through your fingertips.
Just because there's a vein that connects the whole way.
0.65. So that's at the low end of
That's where I
normal.
get the best response with. But other people are
Like in the range.
I pulled 95 pounds in the first 1/10 of the second, which might sound fast, but is actually quite slow. Roughly 60% of my max, which tracks with being a big wall trad climber. In order to become more snappy and powerful, I could really benefit from doing some power-based exercises. I think about programming for power in two main ways. One is snatching and one is pulling. Snatching and then pulling, you want to make it pretty easy for you. So pretty big edge, use my feet.
Looks like on a campus board. There's no way on this earth that I'm pulling whatever this was, 0.80 on a campus board.
So what is the tool that you use for testing recruitment?
The G-string for sure.
G-string?
You just look at the time to match.
The next recruitment test we did, doing a pull-up as quickly as possible. I tested quite high on this as well,
That was fast.
so I won't be putting this in my program.
Good. There you go. Slower. Oh, that was good. 0.9. Do that again.
You can also use this device
Good. Come on.
to see how
Do it
your
again.
power maintains over time, also known as your power endurance.
016.
Oh,
You're tired.
yeah.
016.
Yeah.
Every climbing activity is on a scale from really fast and powerful to really strong and slow. And you need to pay attention to whether you're going for fast and powerful and training that, or you're training strong and slow.
I want to be more powerful when I climb, and we determined that my body weight is 86% of my max. Therefore, in order for me to increase power, I need to do jumping pull-ups rather than regular body weight pull-ups.
Take a bunch of weight off, or push with your feet.
Okay.
For sure. Just do jumping pull-ups.
Okay.
Go get it.
56.
A good whatever.
Badass, yeah. That's good. So that one hit 97 kilos.
After pulling significantly more than my body weight, I'm not going to focus on getting stronger in raw pull strength.
Would be 213 minus 180. So try and do a one-arm hang at 120 with 30 pounds. Imagine you're just like pulling into it and then slowly pick your feet up off the ground. Okay.
But it is fun to do strength challenges.
Probably do a little more than that. Yeah. Okay, come down. Quit showing off. Just get trying.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So that would be a really easy max intensity training protocol.
The final test we did measures your recovery through measuring blood oxygen and hemoglobin levels. This is some crazy technology and honestly way too advanced for me to go into.
Okay, Brittany, you're recovered.
Yeah.
You're recovering.
Well, that was crazy.
At the end of this seminar, we talked through rest and recovery.
Big, long, exhausting, fatiguing sessions, they're okay to have because it's fun and you get caught up in whatever, but you probably need a day or two. You probably need 2 days of recovery, even though you don't think you do. Because your perception of recovery is not the same thing as actually recovery. The bigger the session, the bigger the recovery.
With all this information from Tyler, I've set my own program to send my project, which is a 20-degree overhanging 513C. It starts with a V5 crimp boulder, then a V3 mellow open hand moves, a V7 sloper boulder into a V3 finish. So what am I going to do to replicate that? We have our 40-degree overhanging wall here. So what I'm going to do is set a V5 overhanging crimp boulder, then I'll down climb a pretty easy V3 boulder, stay on the wall, and then climb a V7 sloper boulder, and then a V3 open-handed boulder down. That will help simulate my project, and I'm going to send it, and then make a video about it for you to see.
Right, so when it comes to not getting hurt, having more frequent cycles of a program makes way more sense than having really long programs. Just to like...
Oh, I feel it. Yeah, wow.
I look cool when I'm pumped.
Purple arm, certainly a look.